So before we get into the main topic, I would like to kindly ask you to like and subscribe to this channel. It really helps us out. Our goal by the end of the year is to get as close to 10,000 subscribers as we possibly can, and we can't do it without your help. So we greatly appreciate you watching every chance you can. So you're looking at a Lego shop at home, right? And you're looking at the Whop, which is a Marvel set for the upcoming movie The Marvels. And I'm just mentioning this set. I definitely don't have this as a buy. If anything, I have this as a avoid at all cost, even though the ship looks pretty cool. But for resellers, I just don't see anybody making any money off of it, especially when you look at that price point. You can see right here that the total pieces are $420, and it is going for $90. Now, I know there will probably be some people in the comment section that will say, you know, when it comes to the price per piece, that usually isn't a real factor when it comes to various certain things. But this right here, this is almost double the price. It is double the price, or close to it. It is double the price. Usually when you see a piece count, you'll see for this sake, 420 pieces, you'll see it maybe for $50 or $60, which in my opinion is also very high. But $90, I mean, that's double the piece count. I don't think I've seen anything like that in the past. I'd be curious to hear in the comment section if anybody has seen anything like that in the past as well. All right, so today I'm going to be answering some questions, and I'll also be sharing a comment or two, which I think is very beneficial on some videos that I've done in the past. So it's been a while since I've done a Q&A. I really don't expect to do one probably until the beginning of next year, but that doesn't mean if you don't have a question that you shouldn't put it in the comment section. I'd be happy to read it and potentially answer it if I'm able to. So the first comment is from Crispy Skins 2122. He says, Jim, comparing the GWP spend thresholds is one factor, but also you need to consider some promos like the Hogwarts Grand Staircase was a limited promo for Harry Potter sets only. That is a great point. So too was the Death Star 2 and Disney GWP. There is a correlation with the promos that are with all purchases and those with only certain themes. This naturally limits supply and ultimately pushes the price through demand in secondary market. Point is that not all GWPs are offered in the same way by LEGO. That is a huge detriment to their potential. So this probably, in my opinion, is definitely the comment of the month. It might even be the comment of the year. This is such a great comment, and I very much thank Crispy Skins 2122 for posting that. He's right. That's something that I didn't consider whenever I put together my GWP video. I do know, I think there's rumors, or it might be more than rumors now, where there is a GWP Harry Potter set coming out before the end of the year, and you need to purchase Harry Potter sets with that. I remember Book of Monsters a year or two ago, right? In order to get the Book of Monsters GWP, you had to purchase, I think, maybe $100 worth of Harry Potter sets, maybe $125. So that's a great point, and I'm glad that person was able to share that in the comment section. So the next question I'm actually not able to read. I was looking and looking and looking painstakingly for this question, and I just wasn't able to find it. So I sincerely apologize. I will be paraphrasing, but it has to do with the price increase. And this person said something to the effect of, you know, what can we do about LEGO having these large price points for these huge sets? I think they referenced the crane, the big Technic crane that is coming out in the very near future. And I don't want to sound disingenuous when I answer this question, but you really can't do anything about it, right? So I was in the automotive industry for many years, and I saw all kinds of vehicles. I saw your $5,000 Chevy Cobalt. I saw your $80,000 Tesla. I've seen vehicles that were even more expensive than that. I mean, you really can't do anything about LEGO and the price points that they should legitimately have on very large sets. Now, when it comes to reselling, if you don't have that type of capital, you should probably stick to $50 or $60 sets, right? Now, if you're a collector, unfortunately, you only have a few options. You could just forego purchasing that set. You can maybe purchase it used on eBay after it retires or as it's still in circulation. And I get it. There are quite a few sets that I would like to have as a collector also, but because those price points are higher than what I'm comfortable spending money on. I just don't do it. Now, I understand we're in this quasi-recession, whatever you want to call it, and some people have money, some people don't have a lot of money, and I know what it's like to not have a lot of money. Whenever I was 16, I had to share my Mercedes with my brother. That's something that I was uncomfortable with, and I didn't understand why we had to do that. So I understand what it's like to not have a lot of money. But there are some sets out there, for example, the first UCS Batmobile. That's something I have my eye on. Am I wanting to pay top dollar for that? Absolutely not. I'm probably going to buy it used. I already made some offers on eBay for maybe $150 and I was turned down. And that's just the way it is. I'm not going to buy it brand new for $600 or whatever. So unfortunately for me, I'm going to be waiting longer than what I would actually like to. The next comment is from Thomas Woods 1272. I can explain to you why the Charles Dickens set dipped. It appeared to be a free gift code again in Europe in the last 3 months, which means substantial amount more have been injected into the market. That is very interesting. I had no idea that that had happened, and I'm curious if LEGO has plans for other GWPs for something like that to happen too in the future. I managed to get one on top of the Death Star May 4th GWP, which was an amazing haul. Well, it sounds like you had a great May the 4th. So I just wanted to share that information with everybody that didn't see that comment. I thought it was very interesting and I thought it was worth mentioning and passing along. The next comment comes from Mood Swing 4460. Can't stand fake Lego. They don't affect you because I assume you just sell sets, which I do just sell Lego sets. Fakes have already hurt the minifigure market, selling and collecting. Fakes are getting much better. Now that's interesting, and I greatly appreciate this comment. This comment comes off a video we recently did where we were talking about counterfeits and how I haven't seen it impact my business. And again, that is interesting because if there was one minifig I was wanting to collect, and I mentioned this during the last live stream, if you haven't seen it, go ahead and check it out. I haven't collected any minifigs in my over a decade of reselling, but I'm very tempted to go in deep on that Walt Disney minifigure, right? Now, if these fakes are a lot more accurate than what they used to be, that may make me think twice. So I greatly appreciate that comment, Mood Swing. You definitely contributed to the conversation. The next comment comes from J Wilshire 80. I hope I said that right. If I didn't, I apologize. The themes that are less vulnerable to price increase are often those that are not licensed. Very correct. I am looking at you, Disney. I appreciate that. The first that come to mind is the space theme. Yeah, so there are some non-IP sets out there that were not affected with the price increase. There are some non-IP themes that were not affected by the price increase that do have some license agreements attached to them. An example is the Dots theme, right? They have the Minnie and Mickey, and Dots is out at the end of the year, but they do have this Minnie and Mickey Dots set, which is interesting. I'm almost 100% certain that was not affected by the price increase. And there are other LEGO non-IP themes that do have license agreements similar to that were not affected by the price increase. And that's something that I am trying to zero in on a lot this year for 2023. And the last question comes from Maria C1-10P. They actually asked this in the announcement of the live stream, and because I was doing a simulcast on TikTok and YouTube, I totally forgot to read this off of my phone, so I apologize. But here's the question. With all the LEGO sets coming out, instinctively I want to buy day one, but there are too many sets coming in September. For September purchase, the Ahsoka T6, Yavin 4 Rebel Base, etc. Do you think it would be smart to wait till October, November for purchasing these if there will be a sale? However, I did jump the gun and pre-order the Ghost. I just didn't want to wait, LOL. I agree with that. I also think I'm gonna buy Boba Mech day one though. Yeah, so here's the deal. If we're just talking about collectors, the Ghost is a day one purchase for me as a collector. As a reseller, it's a day 647 purchase for 200 units, right? There's nothing wrong buying sets if you really want it that first day, if it is full price, just as long as you don't make it a habit. Now, here's the thing. We are starting to warm up and get into Q4. I have, for some reason, it's only during the month of September, people will ask me, Jim, what are you buying in September? And my answer is I'm not buying anything in September because there are a lot of deals and clearances in October. A lot of the LEGO reselling YouTube YouTube channels will talk about Black Friday, Cyber Week, Cyber Monday, and all of that is in November. But very few actually talk about the Target deals the second week of October. You need to pay attention to those details when you're watching LEGO reselling channels. So let's say there was 3 or 5 sets that I'm absolutely dying and wanting to have at the beginning of August or September, right? I'm probably only going to buy 1, 2 tops. Like, I could see myself buying a $15 Boba Fett mech and the Ghost, right? Pre-ordering the Ghost. But whenever it comes to the other sets, I would probably wait a little bit. I would probably see if they pop up on Amazon at 20% off. And in the meantime, you may want to look at some sets that are retiring at the end of the year and focus on buying them because they're probably already 20% off on Amazon or other big box locations. So I do hope that that was a little bit of food for thought for you, Maria, and thank you for making that comment, and I apologize for just now answering that. So that's it, my friends. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any other questions or insightful comments you would like to add in the comment section, please feel free to go ahead and do so. My name is Jim with wolfofbricks.com. Always go out there and get it.